Sorry, chat. I started the game before I even pressed the
Yeah,
thing.
this dingus started the game before he started pulling up his stream.
Yeah. But look, we're in this one
Wait,
alone.
what if I go back up? Wait, I want to go back upstairs.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So it's like the things you do actually really affect him. And I love that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
He's over here talking to me and stuff. And I'm just like...
Is these doors open now? Or are they still closed? Oh.
The world
I wanted to open the doors.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
If I went down there?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Wait,
I'm
what if I
asking
go
for
back?
her.
I'm not going to you. I'm sorry.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
Bro,
to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
But what if she's not me? What if she don't belong to me no more? Oh my God.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
How do you pick up? What happened? Up, down, left, right, left, right. Where am I at right now?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the what?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Nah, that's wild, dog. That's mad disrespectful. You gonna make me think I got a wife, bro? Use a D-level hair,
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Huh?
It says fired. So technically, I'm not even employed because it says I got fired.
Bro, they just told me this is about a death.
Oh, man.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him. And
I'm
every
inside of a
button that he
house right
pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his
You're in
existence.
a house. I'm in some weird freaking contraption.
Yeah, I don't know where you at, bro. You in that little
I have no idea
room,
where I am.
bro.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Man, how about you
now
shut up,
he's
bro?
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now
so that's how
he's
you count.
going
You count
home.
to,
Now
L
he's
to.
coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
He's just telling me what to do.
No, I don't want to press that button.
What if he's the boss?
You can't press no other. Ain't nothing. Can I get out? I can't get out. I'm just sitting here pressing buttons. Oh my gosh.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
So this where's the parable?
Why you stop talking?
And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
To watch TV. I don't want to watch TV.
I was just looking at something.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, He stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Where did this file paper come from?
Excited him terribly.
I kind of turned it off.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either.
Guys?
At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
What are you yapping about, man? Can we prepare dinner?
Oh, man.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind control.
I am so out of it right now. What is he? Whoa. This guy is breaking fourth walls or something out here. Tell your kids a story. Where did this desk come from?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
You can't jump in this game.
But there is no answer.
You can crouch.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
The next day. Oh, I beat the game.
See, you took the easy route.
The end is never. The end is never. The end is loading.
That's literally what I said in the beginning, bro. Like the end is never. The end is never. The end is never loading.
So wait, did you reset?
I mean, when I died, yeah, but I'm still in the game. He told me not to press a button, and I'm not pressing buttons.
I'm in the game, but I'm gonna start doing the other ones.
Oh, so you're back at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm back at the start. So
okay.
I'm gonna go through the other door and then do some other options.
Go through the other door, but then go take a left when he gets you to the other door. I don't know what happens when you take a left. I kept going, and now I'm trapped in this room. It's slowly resetting me to the original game.
I feel like I'm playing like Little Nightmares or Amanda's Adventures because, bro, everything just keeps resetting.
Oh, bro.
I'll not buy something? Bro, this is trash.
Can
I pick this up? Can I go back to this?
You told me not to press a button, and I'm not pressing buttons.
The room is nice.
Alright, now look, after that room, try to take it on the left and see where it gets you.
Look at some paintings. You're right. This is a wonderful mountain right here. I really like one and trigger.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here?
There is no way, bro. I just sat here and not played.
How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I didn't even press a button. I want to question everything. It's not letting me. How do I get out? I'm stuck. Help! Help!
Bro, he's breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
So this door will lead me back to my boss's
and Stanley pushed a button.
I'm not going that way.
And I tried.
I'm telling you, Bill. Okay, so I guess I got one of the endings. I don't even know.
How am I bad at following directions?
Because you're supposed to go through the door.
Too bad, I already did. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death.
Wow, so you just get trapped in a room if you keep going that way.
All of his co-workers were gone.
That is crazy.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That cleared my throat, jeez.
Whoever her is, I don't.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hey, so remember the time you went upstairs, right? You went to the boss's office?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go downstairs and see what's up. Oh my. Why is everything red? What's this? What's this? I can't grab it. It's a piece of paper. How do you grab it? I wish I could grab it, but I can't.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He
Get out of here,
then,
buddy!
Of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Am I in a loop?
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh,
no
what
way.
A relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
There's no way.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
I can't.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Why is he playing with gators, bro?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
No.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
This way?
Please,
Is there another way I can go?
it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Wait, I wanna
Everything
find that
will be
rope.
fine.
Oh, they put fences up so you don't jump off.
Okay.
No, they don't, because I died.
No, they put it up when I came back.
Oh, you can. How do you come back?
Stanley began
Because I
screaming.
unplugged the phone.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have
I'm
a boss.
still
I have
stuck
an
in this
office.
dream.
I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Opening, unraveling my food item.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella? Who's that?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Oh.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow.
I don't want to go.
I just got 2 endings for literally just disobeying. And both of those endings let it both lead to me dying.
That sucks. Oh, man.
Wow. This game is weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Any chance that I can get to
Yet there was not a
disobey
single
him
person here either.
or take him
Feeling a
off, I'm
wave
gonna
of
do it.
disbelief, Stanley decided
I
to
gotta
go
see all
up
the
to his
endings.
boss's. Coming to a staircase,
Bro, it's literally
Stanley
Gabby.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Start the game. No.
What's this?
you don't.
Executive bathroom?
You ain't gotta do it. You
I
ain't gotta
can
do this.
open that?
You don't gotta do this.
Wait, what? What does that say? Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the
Bro, that made it
bosses
no better, bro.
suffered
You just made it
losses,
worse.
then that's what
You
the
know it.
boss chose. What the heck does that even mean? If I come in here and will the door close on me? No, this door won't close.
Can't leave.
That's crazy. I don't know what that means or what it has to do with anything, but that's the first time I was able to actually open the door.
Hello and welcome, newcomer. At the moment, You kind of missed it. Kind of crashed the game. I'm 18.
I'm in an elevator? Let's go in the elevator.
I did that already, though.
You? You went in an elevator?
Come on. Yeah, I went up the elevator.
Hey. Hey, 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 hey.
No, I'm playing one PlayStation right now.
Waiting in the elevator. And I'm going
What about still?
I'm going up,
Oh,
I'm
man.
going up. Hey, waiting in the elevator.
Wait, did you just put me in a
So
loop?
long and then I'll see you later.
Bro, that's just put me in a loop, bro. Bro, I'm dead set in a loop.
And I'm just going up, yeah. Ain't
I don't want to
no
take no more. I really just want to do this. Why can't I just see what's in there, bro?
Yeah. And I'm just going up. And I can't get enough.
Cranberry question mark? Recognize. Why you say y'all?
Girl, you take
Oh, right. Oh, you changed your name.
Cause girl,
I
I'm
didn't know you
in the
changed your name.
elevator.
I'm not gonna put that.
So long I say I'll see you later.
Yeah.
We can go up,
I didn't know you changed your name.
hey. And we
I haven't
can
been here for a while.
go up. Down in the elevator. Come on, I'm in the elevator. Hey. And I must
How much
see
do
you
dog be on
up, yeah. And I can't get enough. No, I can't get enough.
What was those getting
Hey.
confused about?
Hey.
He cut off the downstairs? He dead set removed all of my options. What if I don't want to go? What if I go back downstairs?
I'm going up in the elevator.
You literally cannot go anywhere, bro.
In the elevator.
What the heck?
You know I'm stuck in the elevator. You know I'm stuck in the elevator.
Oh, the boss's office is different now.
Wait, what? I didn't even go anywhere.
This is not the same room I was in.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
Why is
human
his
life.
office so large?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
A PIN number?
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
What, bro?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm not speaking no code. You gonna wait.
Where am
I'm exploring.
I at right now? I'm not going
Open the
that
door.
way.
Open the door.
I'm going that
Get me out
way.
of here. I don't wanna be in.
Right. It's a freight elevator.
I don't wanna speak into the stupid receiver. Leave me alone.
Knocking this game hear your
Descending
mic?
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit
No,
peculiar.
this game hears your mic. That's
It
crazy.
was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never
what I was
occurred
forced
to
to.
him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I did go to the room already. You blocked it. Bro, he's a pro gaslighter.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind Control Facility.
Ugh, why does Stanley look like that?
Bro, what is going on your screen right now? Man, you're going through everything right. Escape. I can escape? Oh no, let's go through here first.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place
hold? Is this
hold?
Cerebro from
Stanley
freaking X-Men, bro? What's going
Did
on
he
here?
have the strength to find out?
I feel bad.
You got one of the endings?
Yeah, I just got another one.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Whoa.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
This
The
is what
lives
happens
of
when you
so
kick the
many
gamer
individuals
out of the
reduced to
game.
images on a screen. And Stanley, one
Should've
of
just
them,
left me there.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Export.
That's crazy. What the heck?
Bro, that's that there.
That's me though.
Okay, so what if I want to know, like, because there's a lot of endings to this game. So what if I like
Wild.
genuinely sit there?
What's this?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I want to work. Let me do something.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I know, I'm sorry for flashing lights if you have.
But here was the
issues
proof.
with that.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How to solve
I gotta go down there.
Right.
5.
Oh, there's slides. It's a slideshow. Wait,
Oh,
I found
yeah.
the broom closet. Stance.
What?
I found the broom closet. I found the broom closet.
You found a broom closet? Okay, I mean, go in there and see what's up. Test out everything. That's what I'm doing.
What if I just don't do anything and just sit in the broom closet?
You're gonna have to do something, 'cause otherwise nothing's gonna progress. Okay, so there's nothing down here.
You
I don't have no
guys
choice
wanna
but to go in
you
here
know,
then.
or something.
I don't know what that means. What does that say? I can't read that, it's too far. Oh.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place.
I don't know. Does this get on your nerves that I sit in the broom closet? Is that a bad thing? Technically,
No.
this isn't even a broom closet, bro. It's only one broom in here.
That's what I be saying, bro. People be having broom closets and then only have like one broom, bro.
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine,
better choices than you.
unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
This is where Corey gets some of his
other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Nah.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So I guess I got the freedom ending. Wow. That was interesting. It was strange. It was. Now we're back.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here for like a little bit more and see if he says anything else. Because if he doesn't, then I'll step it out and just come back in the room.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Just because
what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's probably the broom closet he was talking about. I guess I gotta keep going through stuff in order to get, like, unlock whatever you be unlocking.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
One thing I definitely want to do is go through that other exit instead of escape.
Yet there was not a single person here
we definitely
either.
gonna get there.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Back to the room closet.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This time, we're gonna go the other way.
Chat, did we just see this car?
Oh no, you're trapped now. You're in a loop.
I think bro just put me in a loop, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna be like that for a while.
That is crazy.
Trust me, bro. When you figure out that ending, bro, I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Guys.
My fault.
This is definitely the same car.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Nah, I don't got too much to live for. Let's keep going.
Still on board with death?
Yes. We're gonna die.
Bro, what?
I'm gonna die my way. I see you're gonna die my way. I'm gonna go into the highway.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Why not just get taller?
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Because, hey, you know what, bro? I'm a man. Oh my gosh. It's still not too late to turn back. Let's see what happens. The doors closed? He ain't saying nothing. I ain't say nothing.
I'm dead set walking in a circle.
What? Yo, bro, why you not saying nothing?
Because I'm locked in a circle.
I'm not talking to you. I know why you're not saying nothing. I'm talking about him. Some of the narrator guy.
I'm stressed out, bro. Like, I'm getting mad.
The narrator guy.
It says exit.
See, the narrator guy stopped talking.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Don't do that. Don't.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Bro, just stop yapping for real.
Mm-hmm. He started by talking when I went back to the what's it called?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Please run. Please run.
No.
Run.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
taste?
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Blind to the world?
Dang.
Quick water break, and now we're back.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Where's 3? Where's 3? That's 5. But I need 3. Oh, is this 3? Right here.
Dang, bro. Bro just said he collapsed and died. That's messed up. Generous, honorous donation. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how you open this, though.
pretty sure they're gonna start me over again. Oh man, okay. Let's go through this loop one more time.
Okay. There must be a specific way I have to put these buttons. Oh wait, no. It says start with 1 though. Okay, maybe don't start with 1. Maybe I'm start with 3. Okay, 3. Then what, 5? It says 5 on the door.
Here's on the drink.
Wait, did it say 3, 5, 2?
This one's on the drink.
Let's try it. Let's try 3, 5, 2. See what happens.
Shut up.
What did that do?
Okay, I might actually take this door.
Zero, 1, 4, 2.
Stanley did that, but you forgot this is Carmelo Saiyans channel, buddy. And we don't do that here.
0, 5, 2.
My name ain't no Stanley. Don't get it twisted.
I gotta open this part so I can get up there.
That boy Mello is locked in right now, guys.
Is it 3, 5, 2 or 0, 5, 2? But there is no 0. How am I supposed to get in there? I'm confused.
What if I go right? Nothing? Okay, bro.
No.
Bro, he gonna make me mad. That's crazy. That was accident. Hit me. Nothing. Down the stairs we go. Oh no, I don't want to go back downstairs. I am.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a button up there, but how am I supposed to get up there though? I can't jump. And this thing is blocking my way.
Okay, so you start me over. So is this just like a ending for that? Is this like start over? No? Right, you the one that worked it. Come on, Stanley. Lock it. Hey, what if I still go right here?
Nothing happens.
I really wonder if I go to this right here.
It says 3, 5, 2, 1.
Like if
I go through this regular?
Yeah, this is 3521. Hold on.
Oh. It's an Explorer now, guys.
Wait, 3521. I could be wrong, and I'm just fiddling with buttons.
Guys.
3521.
Bit conflicted too. But bro, it wasn't nobody.
Okay, now what I do? Look, it says it like there's like some numbers right there, and it says either 0521 or 3521.
Yeah, let's see if we do that.
I don't know which one it says.
Maybe we miss it.
Yeah, so I can't go through here to press that button up there. So
Oh, miss it. Miss it.
oh,
Story. Here it comes.
yep, I'm stuck. We're just gonna go through the thing, press the other button, see what happens with that.
What is happening?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story on track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Okay,
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Nope. Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Don't worry, man. I can just go back.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to
Still here, baby.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
Goodbye,
Another
employee
choice.
47.
Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Wow. I wonder what happened if I would have won that doorway. I was supposed to go through that doorway, but I never did. And this guy, I don't even know where he's at. We started the game together, but we are not in the same areas whatsoever.
Bro, I have no idea where I'm at right now.
This man's been going through turmoil. I don't know what he's been doing. I just got blue now. So
gone.
Blue now.
What could it
really?
mean?
I just got blown.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're gonna go through there again and then go through the door. And then see what happens.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Open the door, man. Put in the code and open the door. Why is you sitting here wasting my time? Stop wasting my time. Let me get through.
Feeling soothed
I'm not trying
and
to
rejuvenated,
sit here with
Stanley
you.
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
This man is walking in circles. What are you doing?
Finally, a choice. Wait. Yeah.
I am so lost. I don't know where you are at. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not at the same time because I'm like, bro, what is he doing? My dumb self. I've already got like four different endings from doing nothing.
Nah, that's actually amazing.
You got the confusion ending.
Bro.
You can see your endings? Where do you see that at?
I appreciate you.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You know what, bro? Let's die. Let's die.
Although
No.
this passage, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
I don't got too much to live for, but, you know. I just want to do with the same stuff and then...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
He stopped my timer.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
I know that one
eternally
scene from
monitored in
Scary
this
Movie.
place where freedom meant
Scary Movie,
nothing.
what, 2 or 3? It's one of those. And it was like in a room. It was like when they was fighting the ring girl. They went to the room with all of this.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It
This is
couldn't be
freaky.
true. Had Stanley really been under
Fired.
someone's control
He was
all
fired.
this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Why
emotions had
is
been
only one of them
manipulated to
fired?
accept it blindly?
The other one doesn't even have a number. Neither of those guys down there have numbers. But that guy's fired. It's crazy. You get
No,
fired for pressing
he
buttons.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Yeah, welcome
own
to the
life
view,
in
or
someone
welcome to the
else's
game, guys.
control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly
Hope you enjoyed the
blind to the
video.
world?
Make sure you like, follow.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
That's not what I thought at
For
all.
he...
Look at
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
No, sir,
After
you
they
didn't.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do.
This is
But you
silly
need
guy.
to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Oh,
You were
well,
supposed to let it go.
All right, open it up.
Turn the controls off.
Why you yapping and open the
leave.
door?
If you want to throw my story off
I'ma
track,
leave
you're
already.
going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe
really?
you'll find this pertinent,
I can cut you
Stanley
off.
suddenly realized he
Not
had
really,
just
but
initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this
2
is making
minutes
things
till
a
I'm
little more
dead?
fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to
Bet.
shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your
Okay.
heart's desires. Oh, this is much better
What's
than what
this?
I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Wait, what?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Oh.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office
What
sink
am I
into the
supposed to-
ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to
Four.
a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
One.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost
press
hate to
one.
see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so
Wait, what?
much. You know what? To hell with
3.
it. I'm going to put some extra time
Oh,
on
these
the clock.
the
Why
buttons have stuff on
These are
them.
precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Wait. Oh yeah, I gotta be quick.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no
can't
idea
find
where
a
you're
3, though.
going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
No, not really.
Or did
no.
you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
I'm
These
trying to
are the
figure it
buttons.
out.
No,
No, you're not
these
really
colored
helping
ones.
me.
Or maybe this big red button. or this door. Everything, anything,
3,
something
I
here
don't know
will save me.
what that means right now.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No, sir.
But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in the glitching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No end.
So there is a way to do it, but I just don't know what to do.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay. I'm starting to understand it now.
I think my friend got the achievement already. Because he jumped off.
Oh, yeah, I definitely got that.
Yeah, you did get it, right? Yeah,
yeah, I definitely got that one. That was the first one I got. I sure just jumped off, too, with no remorse. And I was like,
oh, man.
oopity. Okay. I'm going to figure out how to get into that code. Give me a sec. There must be a way, Jose.
Guess I gotta wait.
There must be a way, Jose. We're gonna figure it out. With a little, and I dropped my controller. Okay. And my water bottle. That's a 2-for-1 special right there. We just love when our objects hit the floor. Amazing.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Right.
Wait, what? Where am I at? Oh, I went behind the door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Indeed, we will. Okay. Start.
What if I don't want to go to the door on my left? But then I want to go figure out how to unlock that stuff. What to do?
You want me to go back to the left?
What to do?
Let's go back to the left, guys.
You know what, bro? Let's thug it out. We're gonna go here.
How does the smoke just sit in place?
But this time, we're not gonna go through all the other stuff. We're gonna go to the
Yet
escape.
there was not a single
meant to
person
go
here
there
either. Feeling a
afterwards.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
Oh,
go
whoa, I
up
found
to
the
his
broom
boss's
closet.
office, hoping he might find an answer
Hey,
there.
Mello, found
Stanley
the broom
stepped into the
closet,
broom
bro.
closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned
Yeah.
around and got back on track.
I ain't gonna wait in there yet. I got something to do first, but I'm gonna wait in there later.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a
Wow,
new
that's crazy. He
passageway.
didn't even give me the
Surprise.
chance. Nah, that's crazy. He didn't even give me the chance. So he knows I've been restarting the game. These fourth wall breaks are crazy. He was like, we already know this, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's crazy. That got me. Caught me by surprise. Uh-oh, sorry.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yep, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna meet it, greet it, and then I'm gonna beat it.
The door behind him was not shut.
Pause.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Ain't no getting back on track.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I'm ahead at all. Never gonna fall. Cause I done did it all. Opening! Sudden death. Oh, what? I'm still alive? You lied. Oh, he lied.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wait, what? I had another narrator? What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Why is everything dark? What the heck?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
What the?
Do you see now?
Where did the door go?
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? The office. What are these other doors?
If y'all knew how I was spamming this button, bro, y'all would be so upset.
Office computers. Who plays solitary, bro? That's crazy. Filing cabinets. Corridor system. This is when I get to the two doors. Then after that, it's all wraps. The two doors. The two doors of fate.
Door 417.
Office layout. And this is where we start. Wow. Stanley's computer. Still got nothing to type on. Nature paintings. What's behind here? Nothing. So wow, this is one of the endings. This is a crazy ending. I'm not even gonna lie. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. crazy.
Where the?
You can cut those computers off. Why can't I cut mine off then?
Bro, I don't think we're getting nowhere.
See, mine doesn't have an off button. That's crazy. Nah, this game. These are the credits. Shout out to all these people, bro.
Excited.
Shout out to 20. Bro. Shout out to all of these people, bro, who took a part in this game. Y'all did some devious work. What's this?
He seems so happy.
The Office.
He's so excited, bro. Why is he so happy?
Maintenance room. I never did that one. More pictures.
Yeah.
Lance Perkins. Have burning questions. For instance, on a sale to house. Okay.
You guys, we did it.
Congratulations. Be the first to apply for blah 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 blah. Narrator emails.
That's legit just sent there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they gave it to me.
The Office. The apartment timer.
Enter the door on the left.
Can I walk up there? In a previous version of the choice leading to apartment ending, a timer will give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone will lead to a different ending? I'm about to do that next. The cargo lift. Wait. The second version is functioning the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. The cargo lift was intended to offer the choice of staying and or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of player falling to their death. So I was supposed to fall and die is one of the endings. Crazy, bro. Meeting room.
He started speed running me.
Maintenance layout. The following.
He even took the numbers off
The follow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right. Since players will replay them so many times, we discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out.
Okay. Alright, let's go down.
Disobey, obey.
He's breaking fourth walls over and over again.
Disobey, obey. Maintenance, lounge, vent? What? What? The other entrances will be hidden depending on how you entered. What? What does that say? To confusion ending. Dog, this is.
I'll try that, bro.
It's a confusion ending? I want to get the confusion ending. Because I'm confused now.
It's a lot of endings to this, bro. Like, so. This is the Lux version.
Zending model. The Zending went through many interactions. This room represents the fourth version of the ending. And we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. It's interesting. Zending levers. I don't even know what this is. We're gonna figure that out later. Escape menu. For a long time we had an end that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized that this wasn't what they were supposed to do. which is frustrating for everyone. There's so many endings, dog. Countdown deaths. One of the deaths from early versions of the countdown ending. This is crazy. Monitor room. Countdown room. Another version of the countdown room.
This isn't the same here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Stanley Parable.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
So this is a model like
Oh my god, this game is crazy.
that's fire.
This game is crazy, bro. She just... Oh my god, bro. This game is crazy. Hold on. I'm lost. Why do I have two narrators? Who was the other shawty? How did I win? What happens if I do it again?
They got everything.
I didn't... Bro. What the heck? This game is crazy. The endings on this game is crazy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That door is open. How do I get there? I want to get there. There must be a way to get there.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Find nothing.
Dang. Oh yeah, this is just sitting there and goes back to work. Right, I remember.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, I think I've explored it. That being said,
There's some bullcrap. Awaiting input. What up here? Wait, what? What does that mean? Awaiting input. And it input received. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I just did, but I did something.
I think I'm gonna turn off my system. Bro, how does she know I'm on a PlayStation?
What?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
That's
I'm not turning off my game.
a different door.
You told me to diss y'all, bro.
What's this? What? That only happens when you cut off the computers? Where the heck am I at?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
What?
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Cool.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
These fourth wall breaks are devious.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
This guy. He's more excited than I am.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh, is it backwards?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, okay. I mean, is that it? Like...
Okay.
Alrighty, we're just gonna keep it pushing.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what that's...
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait.
This guy.
There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you
That's
for
it?
enjoying the
No,
new
you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
He restarted it for me. He didn't even let me restart it myself. He just restarted it for me. Respect.
Yes, we do.
Hey chat, how you liking this gameplay? Wait, what? This is different. This is really different. This isn't the same.
Yes, we have. We've done it more.
This isn't the same way I start.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What?
Giving the tour.
Coffee? No. Hey, yo, boss. Okay.
That's fire, bro. Gravity Falls is really childhood.
Gravity Falls is dope.
Doesn't appreciate Dipper and Mabel.
If you don't like Dipper and Mabel, bro, you need to go kick rocks.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
What is any of this? What do you make, the Legend of Zelda and freaking Stanley Parable?
The Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh my gosh. The Memory Zone. Dog, this is crazy.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Hey, 2013 was a pretty good year for video games. Not movies, but definitely video games. There's a lot of video games that I've seen. I like my what? My wife. I like my what, bro? I cannot read that. I like work. I just hate my boss. Okay. Let's really just try to read that. Be my Valentine. Would you be my Valentine? My Valentine. 1951. Coffee mug. I can't read that one. It's backwards. Wow. Stanley Parable must really hit. Those achievement stuff, and this is actually pretty good. And that's me dead. Yep. Got that ending. This man has a little shrine, like it's like the game is dead.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh my.
Wait, I gotta go to the boss's office.
What's down there?
Oh. Gotta look y'all for a second. Okay.
Oh, I can't go down there. Thought I could, but you know, I guess this is it.
Right.
All the buttons. Literally all the buttons. Yep.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
But what's in here, though? Why can't I go through here?
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
I can go through there. How do I jump? Get on the box. Get on the box.
Are you doing the door thing?
Get on the box.
Where are you?
I'm at the freaking the serious room. Or I'm actually in the memory, whatever he called it, something. We're going through the memories of, I guess, the OG Parable, Stanley Parable. And this door opened, but I can't get in it because there's like 18 different boxes on the way.
Memory zone.
Yeah, memory zone. Yeah. Come on, just get on the box. Just scoot, noo. Just take a little swirly. Just come on, you're just a bum. Oh well, I tried.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Soda drinks. What the?
Narrator.
Solid is narrator.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Let's see. Hey.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Hey, that was made in 2018.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear.
You do be
what
yapping.
An awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
No, you're not.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I mean, I didn't ask for one, but if you want to give me one, that's up to you, buddy.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get.
I mean,
well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. Okay. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. Okay. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will.
All right.
Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto.
Okay, buddy.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs pressurized gas will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review merely because of this very situation. Yes. I think that's quite likely.
I don't think
Or
that's
perhaps
serious.
they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with pressurized gas altering this particular review.
Okay. You still
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Why?
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Oh, boy.
I don't feel quite certain that there was one here before.
Did you lose
How
the door?
else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere?
No,
A
man.
porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button.
I'm already out of there, bro.
Wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go?
There's
Can you
nothing
maybe
here.
just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say,
Ricky was going on
slam
my
your
body.
body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all.
How about you slam you into the
asking
wall?
you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I'll give you a chance. You know what? I'll humor it. I won't press the skip button. Chat, do you think I should press the skip button in like the next 2 minutes? Or like, should I just press it just because? Did you even get this ending?
I'm on it now. I kid you not, bro. I'm like 20 skips in already. I feel like I'm like 30 skips in, bro.
I only pressed the skip button 3 times.
Bro, I didn't tap the skip button like 5 times, bro. Like, I'm dead serious.
That's crazy.
I didn't tap that mode like 5 times. Hello, Nana.
So he told you don't press it before he left. Did you press it already?
He's just sitting here repeating the end is never.
Yeah. That means you gotta press it.
I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. Just listen.
That sounds
Y'all
creepy,
hear that,
bro.
bro? Like, he's just sitting here saying it. Oh, he
That
stopped.
sounds creepy.
Bro, this button is life right now. Hold on. Let's talk about it. I got blood on my side.
I mean, I'm humoring it, so, you know, like, I'm giving him a chance.
Why you look like that? Why you look so sad? Dang, the wall. Bro, the building started coming down. Bro, the entire building is freaking crashing. Oh, there's sunlight.
Alright, I'm gonna press the button now.
Bro, I've been spamming the button.
Bye-bye.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
How are we supposed to get out?
There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Sorry.
I don't think.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh,
to
the plant.
talk to you again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
2 weeks.
Bro, the button just fell.
Here all that time, just sitting here.
Bro,
not a single person to
12
speak.
years.
And you'd think
Bro,
that
now
that's
we have no
just
go
how it's always been, right?
Wait,
You
it's a
need
way
to
out.
find a way to escape.
You saying nothing.
It's a
Would
way
you
out.
think that it's
It's a way
exactly
out.
the same as always?
What if I go back
Doesn't
and press
that
the button?
feel like what we've already
Where's the
been
button
doing?
then? I
Me
think the button's
just
dead.
talking?
Okay, the button's
But
dead.
it isn't,
It's a way
Stanley.
out.
It
We're
isn't
free.
the same at all. It isn't
We're
even
finally out of this
close.
hole.
Because I know you can't
I can
hear me
go
once you
roam.
push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not
The end is never. I'm gonna put that in my Instagram notes. The end is never.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I
Didn't work
have
out, yeah.
had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've
Nobody
been through.
leaves,
I've had
ever,
so much
ever.
time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever
After a
sat down
year?
in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months.
Guys, how you feel about
I
this
lost
one?
it
This one's
all
dirty,
in a
right? I
blur
feel
of the
this one's
deepest
dirty.
longing to undo the past.
I mean,
And when
I'm
that
sorry,
feeling has
but like
begun
we're
to
stuck here. What am I
subside,
supposed to
what
do?
we're
took its
back.
place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant.
He just
In that
changed
instant,
the
I could
entire
see myself
freaking, like,
clearly, calmly,
he just
with a collected
started the game.
heart.
Wait, what if I tap the door? Okay. I just threw him all the way off.
He hasn't said anything.
New content. Guys, do we trust the new content?
Bro.
Like, it's a genuine question. Do we trust the new
the
content?
new content, bro? Wait, I
That's
thought you
what it
already
says.
went through the thing.
Yeah, I went through new content, and that was his new. Chat says go through new content. We're going through new
There's
content.
new content? You know, go through new content, man. I'm still stuck at the button.
He put
I'm
this
just
here
pressing
this
it at
time,
this point.
not nobody else. He actually placed this one there. Still a bit in this bottomless. They want my soul, but it isn't my property. Try to take it from me, demonic robbery. Crazy though, where did the devil lie to me?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
What if you don't let me no more? I hope I'm wrong. Sometimes.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
I got the repetitive, the end is never the end.
End is never the end, 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 is never the.
Stanley Parable 2? Oh man, it's amazing.
I just don't know what happened to the
This
door.
is heavy glaze on yourself though. Like, he's so self-absorbent.
Oh my gosh.
Like, bro's boasting. Like, be humble.
What has happened?
It's too much. I don't think we asked for this. Fumbling. I wonder if
we can escape.
Right next to me, scaring niggas running.
We can escape.
I'ma be the killer, ain't no one killing me. That's a better choice, like voting for Hillary.
We can escape.
Niggas don't give a fuck what's reloading up.
We need a ladder.
Like documentaries.
Give me the ladder.
I don't wanna feel.
We can escape.
I don't wanna feel rich anymore and know that they want me dead. Now I'm taking meds until I fall on the floor. I don't know who to call anymore. I don't know what to call it anymore. Tears fall like raindrops, but no, I don't wanna ball anymore. I love Juice WRLD. Pick up the rock to school.
Sir.
Sir. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm locked in, but this song is so good.
You're gonna get your video copyrighted.
It's two Stanleys. Wait, are they connected? Ew, are they connected? No, they're not. Imagine if there was a real Stanley Parable too. Is that a 9? Bro, that's a G. That's not a 9. He can't write. He needs to stop drawing.
The button fell.
Who took the red marker? Me, period. What? What are you talking about? What's happening, bro? I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm like so confused. Like that doesn't say like. Okay, I'm this way to stronger. New features. Oh yeah. I got this one. Where to go? What is these titles? Is that supposed to be me? Does it move? Bro, that spins, bro. That's so cool. Wait, I gotta go see this.
Wow. That was...
Jump circle, infinite hole. Nah, I'm good on the jump circle.
Interesting.
Collectibles? You can get collectibles? Bro, if I knew that, I'd be looking for them.
And now we're back at square one.
Bro, this is cool.
Wow.
The end is never... Oh, this is amazing.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Keep walking forward.
The new content? Jeez Louise.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Well,
yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Alright, this the last thing I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna call this stream a game.
I have no idea. I feel like
it a day.
I don't know if I'm falling or...
We're gonna get back to that killer frequency.
What's a wall? Wait, Steph, I could get my own thing. Oh,
you can get your own thing?
I got a collectible.
You can get collectibles? What?
Collectible. Collect them all. I got
one. You gotta catch them all.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Stanley Parable 2? Okay.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there's so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Okay, bro, I see you, bro. Make your big bucks.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
What's this over here? No screenshots. I can't even screenshot.
Oh, this is all
here we are.
Impressive.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
Well, me personally, I wanted the blue one because my bestie.
Where's that button at?
Blue, so he only chose that one because I chose it. It's called reverse psychology, guys. Balloons. Can I get a balloon? Can I get one? Give me one.
What?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful? Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to... Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Okay, my fault.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
I got you.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I'm Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim. I gotta do it again. Just for the fun.
You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, okay.
Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Stop.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal
Bring
validation.
It back, you bum. Bro, developers ruin everything. There gotta be another button somewhere, right?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Button, right?
Yes, it would go at the end of it. Well, we'll figure that out later.
The game is so bad for that. Wait.
Collectibles? I want me a collectible.
Game is
Settings, World Champions, Infinite Hole, and free trophy. Oh, I want a free trophy. Ugh, my god, that's creepy. Pull the lever, receive your trophy, new trophy, no more steps. It just works. Get yours right now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley. But I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Wow, so I can't even get it, bro.
There's no bucket.
Bruh. Tease.
There's no... Oh, there it is.
Made me believe that I can get a free trophy.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Jumping circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
My fault. I didn't know. I thought you were supposed to. Let's see about some collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
Yeah.
In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Right. Now
Hey. Hey.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Infinite hole. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's get out of here, guys.
Okay.
You guys agree with that, right?
So where's the... That's new.
I know for a fact there's a pit.
Okay. Reassurance bucket. I don't know. Let's try the no screenshots. What's this?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloon. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Stephanie's is crazy.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, Stepniece, it is.
But that's not what I picked, and that's not what I wanted. I don't have a stepniece. I have a regular niece.
Oh, there's a collectible down there. Let me down right now.
Okay.
Let me down. I have to get that.
Yeah.
No.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with...
Give me my collectible.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay.
Bro, there's 3 collectibles down there. There's 4 collectibles down there.
Let's see what's down here. This game took a very interesting turn.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Let me see if I can find some collectibles. Just before I just like divert my life. Oh, I almost fell into it already. Okay.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Okay, let's play Stanley Parable 2 then. I guess that's right.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I've never been
I just want to see how far it's gonna go, if it's really infinite.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh, okay.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
I can barely see the
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Oh, so
From
I can
one
hit the floor.
perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Okay, buddy.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I mean, I didn't say anything.
Put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite.
You can stick with the infinite, but I don't
go
care.
ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Pause.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no.
This is not Stanley
weird sort of...
This is the same game.
Oh.
It's even shorter than last
even
time.
shorter to you this time. I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
did.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole.
Okay, so
I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come and join me up above.
Gotcha.
No,
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
Yep, I'm in there, baby.
I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about.
I'm so. Oh
And
my God.
gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes.
Nah, that one's
I'm
even a
starting
lot
to
shorter.
become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
See, now you're interested.
Well, there
now
it is.
Oh,
Shame
wow.
of my liars. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes,
I can't get
but
out
at
now.
this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
It has one.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Yeah, you're gonna come back.
Take care,
You miss me.
Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Around the world, around the world, around the world. I think it was all of that. Around the world, around the world.
Right. But the room closet is always the perfect place to be. Anywhere.
It's getting bigger.
Property of Stanley.
What?
That's cool. He gave me a sticker.
That's what I look like?
I don't believe it, but I just want to sit here and see if this is I think I got a fucking stick. He gave me 2 stickers.
Hey, this would be a thumbnail right here. Hey, Okay. Hey.
Wait,
What the heck? Oh, this is my favorite right here.
Just left me in the bucket. Left me in the bucket. Wait, if I go back in, I got left. Guys, left me in the bucket in the floor bucket. That broom bucket is so... Get on.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop
that was
in
one of
from
the
time
best
to time
moments of
and
this
wake
game,
you
right?
up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole. From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
There's no collectibles in here, though.
Hey, let's go back to sleep and have that little jam session again, 'cause that was fun. Yeah, let's go. Let's have that jam session again. Oh man.
Yep, I just skirted that way. You wanna go this way?
That was so fun though. That little that was fun. I enjoyed
Here we
that.
are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Let's do the reinsurance bucket. Oh yeah, what's in here? Oh, that's the same.
What if I go back to the broom?
Yep, he did it with the
I'm literally
balloons.
getting no interactions right now.
The niece balloons.
Okay, let's keep straight, actually.
Dumbest balloons ever.
Wait, what if I go all the way back
Did
to
not
this
choose that. Yeah, he gave it.
I don't think we can do anything else here.
Yo, let me get a red shirt. Or no, let me get a black shirt too.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Where's the bucket?
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
The end is never. The end is never. The end is never. The end is never. The end is never.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Not that serious.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
No, not really.
All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh wee! Can't wait to get a bucket. You can put it back now. Okay, or not.
With my bucket.
This is me and this bucket against the world, I guess.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
The only bucket
There
I never
really should
had
be
in
an
a video
award if
game.
it isn't already.
Okay. Bro, I literally have gotten nowhere. I feel like I'm playing PT all over again, bro. Yeah, I'm at 8.
Oh, okay. You heard Jim in the game.
I'm at 9.
Jim.
Bro, how long
What else can I do?
The light isn't even here anymore.
What's this? Hey, that too looks different. Why does he look different?
Escape! Escape! Escape!
I mean, what is there else to do, bro? I've already seen everything. Oh, the exit. I can just dip. Cause you wouldn't even give me that free trophy. Sorry I had no more jobs for you though.
I didn't turn around, guys. It did it by itself, I promise.
Jump circle, tree trophy, the button, yeah, the merch, yeah, setting one champion, yeah, Stanley Parables.
Wait, what is he doing?
Bucket, office decorations, epilogue, collectibles.
Did he really have an attachment to this bucket?
Exit.
Stanley, stop caressing this bucket.
Wait, what? What's up there?
Why is his nail pink?
Ooh, boo, 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 boo.
Oh man!
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Man.
Yes, sir.
He done gave up his bucket.
All right, me and the bucket, we dipping.
I'm saying though, like,
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
The Stanley Parable 2.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Hey, you should, like,
hold on.
get those
Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Right, but you should let
This
me get,
isn't
like,
a coherent video
like,
game at all. It's a lot
down there.
of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Pause.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
I mean,
I wanted fans to love it.
something
No matter how
for
good
you,
these
though.
gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
I'm good.
And that's it. Now this is considered Stanley Parable 2. I wonder if that changes in the PlayStation screen. No, it doesn't. Still the same. But for the most part, it's not bad. So I know, do I still have my bucket though? I'm not giving up my bucket yet.
This is the story.
I know. And I don't have my bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Hey,
Perhaps
my
he
bucket.
had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. This is the last thing I'm finna do. I gotta go to bed. People got classes in the morning.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy, it's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
Yes, sir.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
A collectible.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Well, I only need 4 more, and then I can get that job well done.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yep,
Was the bucket guiding him?
The bucket's been guiding me.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Most definitely. Ever since I picked up this bucket, I've been going ham. Another collectible. Give it
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know,
Yay,
there really
three
must
more.
be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. Sounds like Wolverine and Stan. Alright, bucket, let's go. Me and my bucket, we going on tonight. Yes, sir.
A red button?
Got my bucket.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Unknown doom.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yes, sir.
I got 3 attempts remaining.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Wait, where's my bucket? Oh, okay, so...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
You see this bucket?
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Everything would be alright, bucket. You and me, we're gonna get out of here.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Put this bucket before I put it in.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would
Where's my bucket?
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Alright, this time I'll actually do it.
What? Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be free?
Just throw the bucket through there so you can be free.
Silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
What you mean?
The facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
Throw the bucket
needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there.
No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
I can't see anything. Where's my bucket? What's going on? Don't tell me. Don't tell me I'm losing my bucket. Don't tell me I can't. My bucket. My bucket! My bucket!
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
It's in here. I need my bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
My bucket. And I enjoy my bucket, so...
if it's outside the door, it's gone. I can't leave out.
Another input received, huh? That's interesting.
Near the lift.
Alright, bucket. This time we're not gonna follow the rules. As would be our
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I believe you.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nah.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
Probably.
Go to the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
There's a collectible down there.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I can.
Was there 3 desks here before?
What the?
There was not 3 desks here before.
I've never been through here. We going through here, baby.
No, stop. Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. I can't go back now. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably disappeared because I came back down. And then went back up. So,
oh my gosh. This is it's not that serious.
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
How am I supposed to know that?
Acceptance.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Bruh.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Are you...
Oh, man.
I knew they was gonna do that to me, bro.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not
you just gave me 3 buckets and saying that none of them are buckets and saying what... Man, don't piss me off with it. Don't do that.
Is this a bucket?
Oh my gosh, is this a bucket? I wonder.
This game is so broken.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
No, it's not. It's a tractor. What?
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question.
It's like that.
Both. Gotcha.
Both what? What?
Bro, they don't want me to end my stream.
Wait, hold on. I can't find the
here
next one.
forever.
Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
I'm trapped here. I can't leave, guys. I'm literally stuck.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here, and I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
13 hours now. Got a headache.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yeah, you are.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No. God dang it, my bucket.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. My God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything. We'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Your whole life is a lie. It's nothing but buckets. It's part of the bucket matrix. The what? And now we are back. Man. This has been a very interesting playthrough. I can't believe I spent basically 2.5 hours. It's now just the Stanley's Parable 2 now. It's not even Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's just the Stanley's Parable 2 now. And that's crazy. And I like it that way. But without further ado, guys, that's it. I'm gonna wrap up this game. And yeah, this is insane. Hey, if you want to see Mello's POV, go to his channel. I'll put the link in the description. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be playing this, or actually, just let me know if you guys like this, if you guys want to see more, and we'll be definitely probably be touching this again soon. Big pause.
I can't go to sleep till I get my 1 win on Brawlhalla.
Crazy. But yeah, thanks guys for joining me on the Stanley Parable.
That stopped by.
Yes,
you guys can always come play Brawlhalla with Mello. It's amazing.
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. But yeah,
come play Brawlhalla with Mello, bro. It's amazing.
Yeah, but we hope you guys enjoyed our Stanley Parable.
Drop some money in my bank account for real.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, that's up to you. Like I said, link in the description. But I hope you guys enjoyed our Stanley Parable POVs, which was interesting. We'll probably make a mini series out of this, probably trying to get every ending. There's like a lot of endings, so we'll try to get as many as we can, and eventually get tired of it. And yeah, but with that being said, I'm done with this for tonight, and I'll probably touch it again maybe later on in the future. Just let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
I try to do that.
Subscribe to me. Subscribe to my boy. Make sure you like the videos. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, and make sure that you are all being good people. Good vibes only. God is real. God is good all the time. And with that being said, Air Sans Gamer X is out.